Hey, Snooplex here, and today I'm going to be going over my top 10 favorite Nintendo 64 games. This is a list I've wanted to make for a long time. It was actually kind of hard to make, to narrow it down to just 10 games. This list is personal opinion. It's not a definitive list, so if one of your favorite games didn't make the cut, that's why. At number 10, we got Mario Kart 64. Mario Kart 64 was the first Nintendo 64 game I ever owned. When I was 7 years old, I bought a Nintendo 64 from a garage sale for $40, and it came with Mario Kart 64 and one controller. I've always really enjoyed this game. I played it all the time as a kid, and I still play the multiplayer mode to this day a lot. And even just the battle mode is so much fun. You can't go wrong with Block for it. The only maybe downside to this game is there isn't that much single player content, but other than that, Mario Kart 64, great game, first Nintendo 64 game I ever got, would definitely recommend. And for number 9, we got Conker's Bad Fur Day. Conker's Bad Fur Day, it's just amazing that the game even exists. To have a platformer featuring a squirrel which is rated M with all the raunchy humor is just crazy that Rare decided to go and do that in the first place. I had so much fun playing Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I played it at the perfect age. I borrowed it from a friend when I was around 13. Obviously, everyone wants a sequel. I'm not sure if that day will ever come, but if you haven't played Conkers yet, and you enjoy games like Banjo-Kazooie, I highly, highly recommend trying out Conker's Bad Fur Day. And at number 8, we have Mario Party 3. Mario Party 3 is my favorite Mario Party on the Nintendo 64. I know that's kind of a controversial opinion. Almost everybody says 2 is the best one, but I prefer 3 for 3 main reasons. One is the fact that, I know this is minor, but you can speed up the player movement. It just makes the games go by faster. 2, the items just are better in 3 in my opinion. The fact that you can hold 3 items, even the item prices in 2, just seem off to me. Spending 20 coins on a gold mushroom, or 10 coins on a regular mushroom, or even 30 coins on a genie lamp, just never made that much sense. I had so much fun playing Mario Party 3 story mode. I still play it to this day with friends all the time, and I think Mario Party 3 is definitely a pretty underrated game. Everyone talks about 2, and 2 is great, don't get me wrong. The fact that 2 had cautions for each world is so cool, but Mario Party 3 is definitely one of the best Mario Parties out there. And at number 7, we got Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong 64 was one of the reasons why I initially got my Nintendo 64. I remember playing Super Smash Bros. And seeing Donkey Kong, and then going to another friend's house and seeing them play Donkey Kong 64. And I just thought the game was so cool, with all the swappable Kongs, all the collectibles, the fact that they had coconut guns and everything. I thought the game was just amazing. And I got it probably when I was 8, and it was so much fun. I know a lot of people say that the game didn't age well, and they got a point, but to me I still think Donkey Kong 64 is such a fun, great game. And at number 6, we got Paper Mario. Paper Mario was such a great game playing it growing up. It was the first RPG I ever played. And when I bought it, I didn't even know it was an RPG. I just thought it would have been a platformer, but it was so much fun getting to know the characters and your partners. And the dialogue in that game was so clever, and just the strategy with the badges and everything was so good. I recently went back and played it, but I played a mod that made all the enemies have more health, and it was a harder mod. And I really enjoyed playing that because there's so much strategy in that game, and there's a lot to think about. It is a great game. At number 5, we got Banjo-Kazooie. Banjo-Kazooie is an amazing platformer, but there's one thing unique about Banjo-Kazooie compared to almost every other game in this list, is that I played Banjo-Kazooie when I was older. I don't really have much nostalgia for the game. I played Banjo-Kazooie probably when I was like 16 years old, and at the time I played it, and I couldn't believe how great of a platformer it was. And for me playing this game in 2011, it held up really well. I just remember playing this game and thinking this was like the sequel to Donkey Kong 64 that I've always wanted. If I played this game as a kid, I think this would be even higher on the list, but the fact that I played it so late in my life and it still held up so well really says something about this game. Next up on the list is Pokemon Stadium 2. And honestly, everything about this game is amazing. Pokemon Stadium 2 has a bunch of different modes, and I swear, every single one of these modes I've played for hours. First off, you have the mini-games. They're great quality mini-games. I'd say, think of your favorite Mario Party mini-games, and just imagine them being almost like a little bit better. That's the quality of Pokemon 2's mini-games. And the minigame championship mode is so much fun. And they have this super fun quiz for all mode too, where it's just short little quizzes. Sometimes it's just fun doing the easy quizzes where all the answers are super obvious just to see who has the best reflexes. Free Battle is also another really fun thing to do with friends because you can do a challenge mode where they give you 6 random Pokemon each, and it's just good to see who has the better Pokemon knowledge and just to battle it out with a friend. Also, they have the Game Boy Tower, which for me was really useful because I had a transfer pack, and my goal was to collect all 151 Pokemon on Pokemon Blue. So I had Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow, and Pokemon Stadium 2. I used the Mew glitch to get Mew, and I did some rare candy glitches to get more rare candies for the evolutions, but I ended up getting all 151 thanks to Pokemon Stadium 2. Because of the 3x speed, it made it so much easier. Also, every time you beat the Elite Four, it gives you one of the exclusive Pokemon that would be hard to get, so I really liked this game, and even the stadium mode was so much fun going through all those battles, going through all the gym battles, like Pokemon Stadium 2, so many hours put into it. Even the library section is really cool just to see all the stats. Highly recommend, super underrated in Nintendo 64. Right, next up is The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Yes, I'm a Majora's Mask guy, I prefer to Ocarina of Time. Got this game when I was 8, and I got it the exact same time I got Donkey Kong 64. That's why I got both of these games in box like this. And when I got this game, I absolutely hated it. Like, when I was 8, I just couldn't comprehend how the game worked. I could not understand how to, like, turn back into regular Link. I remember just spending hours going around Hyrule as a Deku Strub, just being bored trying to figure out what to do. I don't remember I even wanted to like sell this game or trade it at one point, but my parents said I should try again when I'm older. And I tried it again when I was probably around 12, and at that time I actually read all the dialogue and understood how the game worked, and oh boy was I ever amazed by this game. For me, the 3-day cycle is one of the coolest things, because if you look at a video game, it doesn't really make sense that thousands of days can go by and everybody's doing the same thing, or even the fact that you beat the final boss and nothing has changed. But in Majora's Mask, it's the one game that makes sense. It makes sense that people are doing the same thing. It makes sense when you beat the final boss because you reset the time and it goes back to normal. Like, just the whole time mechanic was amazing. And even all the transformation masks were my favorite thing. I remember I played Ocarina of Time after Majora's Mask, and I just couldn't believe that they removed the mask aspect, which was my favorite part of Majora's Mask. I still really like Ocarina of Time. I never did beat on the 64, but I 100% completed it on the 3DS, the original, and even Master Quest mode I 100% too. So I do like Ocarina of Time, but for me, I definitely think Majora's Mask is the better game. I think it's definitely worthy of number 3 on this list. Right, at number 2 we got Super Smash Bros. I'm one of the few people who would genuinely prefer to play Smash 64 to Smash Ultimate. I do have Smash Ultimate, and Spirit Mode's amazing. I have fun playing 8-player Smash with friends, but Smash 64 is the only game that I got into almost in the competitive nature where I really analyzed the way people play, and I really put a lot of time into thinking about which move to use. And everything about Smash 64 is just fueled in nostalgia for me. One of the main reasons why I got into Nintendo was because of Super Smash Bros. I remember getting games purely because I saw that person in Smash. Like, for instance, as I was saying earlier, the only reason why I got Donkey Kong 64 and Majora's Mask was because Donkey Kong and Link were both in Smash Bros. And I just thought that all the characters in the game were so cool. And even like my YouTube channel, I make a bunch of custom Super Smash Bros. Stages. Because I just think Smash 64 is such a great game. I know nowadays lots of people prefer another Smash 64, but for me, Smash 64 I think will always be my favorite. At number 1, we got Super Mario 64. Super Mario 64 is one of those games that tops these lists almost every time, and it really deserves it. Like, everything about this game is truly amazing. It's so replayable. Even lately, I've been trying to learn all the speedrunning strategies like bomb clip and lackadoo skip and all those, and learning those are so much fun. And just playing this game is almost relaxing, like doing a quick 16-star run. I've beaten this game like so many times, played on the DS. It really revolutionized the platforming genre. Thank you guys so much for checking out this list. If you could leave a like and subscribe, that would be greatly appreciated. And I'm going to try to make more of these top 10 lists in the future because I really enjoy doing them.